Hey everybody, it's Lee with the Enlightened Buzz, and today's video is all about why THC drinks are so great for parties and get-togethers and when you're hanging out with your friends. So I've got 3 reasons why I absolutely love these drinks for hanging out with people and 5 tips on things you should know or consider before you walk out the door. Enjoy! Reason number 1 that these are so great for parties is because it can be a very controllable experience. I know whenever I'm having one of these drinks kind of where I want to get to or how I want to feel, so I can continue to drink and sip up to that point, and then once I'm where I want to be, I have enough control that I can just set the drink down and move to a Diet Coke or whatever, and I know that I don't feel that compulsion to keep drinking like I sometimes do with alcohol. And because parties can be long, sometimes people will just feel the compulsion to keep drinking to maintain a buzz. Suddenly they're like 2 or 3 hours in and realizing that they are not sober enough to drive home and need to Uber or, whatever. But with these, I can sometimes even time it so that I know that I just stop and the effects will go away and I'm still okay to drive home. So I just love the fact that there is a controllable element. Reason number 2 is kind of like a secret. I don't know. I uncovered it. I'm sure other people have too, but people don't really talk about it. And that is the fact that you don't have to use the bathroom as much as you do when you drink alcohol. So I think it's a pretty well-known thing that whenever you're drinking alcohol, whatever it is, you just have to use the restroom more. And so if you're at a party with 50 people, the last thing you want to do is all be fighting over one bathroom. So with these drinks, that is not a side effect. So it is a heck of a perk that I have discovered and just absolutely love. The 3rd reason, and probably the most obvious one, is the fact that there's no hangover. So if you're like me, you might have a few experiences where you went out with some friends and maybe drank a little bit more alcohol than you had intended, and then you wake up the next morning and immediately regret it, and you have the nauseousness and the anxiety, and now you're asking yourself, what did I say to that person? Did I do anything stupid? Just lots of regrets. But with these drinks, that's just not the case. You can have a great time, go home, sleep pretty darn well, and then wake up the next morning not just feeling good, but actually remembering the conversations and the engagements and the great time that you had. So I would say it's a heck of a win. Okay, so you heard my top 3 reasons why I think they are great for parties and hangouts. And now I'm gonna give you 5 tips before you walk out the door. Tip number 1 is to kind of know your limits. I would not recommend you trying THC beverages for the first time in a really large get-together when you don't know kind of what your tolerance is. So maybe kind of have an idea of where your milligram count is before you head to a party. Tip number 2 is personal to me and something that I like to do, so I wanted to share, but no pressure. And that is that I like to put my THC beverages in a tumbler whenever I'm going to a get-together. And that's because I can put ice in it. I often will add in seltzer water to just create more liquid. And I'm more likely to sip on it slowly and have more control, like I was saying earlier, versus if I'm holding a can in my hand, I have a tendency to kind of just drink that sucker a little too fast. And if I'm wanting to benefit from kind of the slow climb, then I prefer using the tumblers. Tip number 3 is to also pack other non-alcoholic drinks wherever you're going. So throw them in the cooler or know that whenever you're out, you're gonna have something else. And that's because, like I mentioned earlier, whenever I get to that place that I wanna be, I can just set my drink down and I'm fine. But I often still wanna have something to drink or have something in my hand to socialize. So I absolutely love having non-alcoholic beer with me because then I'm still drinking beer at a party and enjoying the effects of my THC. But if you're not into non-alcoholic beer, pack some Diet Coke or a virgin strawberry daiquiri or a milkshake. I don't know, but just something to consider. Tip number 4 is to own it. I absolutely love when I go to a party and I tell people that I'm drinking THC, because a lot of times people don't even know that this is a thing, and it strikes up an amazing conversation and is an opportunity for you to educate people and let them know that this is happening. But I think even more importantly, it's an opportunity to start normalizing this and destigmatize any ideas that people might have had, because when you show confidence that this is something that you're choosing to do, then people are often intrigued and feel kind of more comfortable and safe and will ask you questions because of that. So I absolutely say embrace it, and let's just normalize this whole thing. Tip number 5 is to always bring extra. Once people find out that you're drinking THC, they're going to want to try it for themselves, and they're going to see what a great time you're having and how confident you are in this setting, and they're going to feel safe and want to try some. So I always recommend bringing some extra with you, and if not, just let them know where they can buy it near them. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed those reasons and tips. If you have anything that you would like to share that I didn't think of, please be sure to comment below, because I would love to learn more from you. And if you liked this video, hit subscribe, and I will see you later. Thanks. Bye.